What's up, guys? So this was going to be a video that's going to be a little bit more informative than usual in my experience video series, but I'm going to talk about valerian root. The primary uses for this has been for things such as pain, insomnia, anxiety, cramps. Those things have been traditional uses. For me personally, I didn't like using this herb, and I'll get to that after I give you a little bit more information about it. But a typical serving is like 500 milligrams. This is very typical to find in sleep formulas or to use as a sleep supplement. It can be mostly safe for the most part for people to use and to reuse on a regular basis, and even maybe 1 or 2 doses in the night if you need help falling back asleep. 500 milligrams is kind of normal, or 1 milliliter, which is a dropper full if you're using the liquid tincture form. But yeah, other than that, it's a sedative, it's a sleep aid. It could be the strongest sedative for our nervous system as far as herbs go, single herbs at least. It may be able to benefit people who have a busy mind, and that's why it works for anxiety. I usually do suggest always go with a liquid in general, because that can help with absorption. It can go faster into your blood system and into your system in general. A lot of the times it could be very beneficial after injuries, accidents, any surgeries, maybe minor oral surgeries, and it can help reduce pain in some people anywhere from 10 to 50%. Typically, don't mix those with your other painkillers, and if you did just have a surgery, most likely people are going to prescribe to you, your doctor's going to prescribe to you some other painkiller. But those are not without risks too, and they're not without, some people have negative reactions to them. But yeah, moving on. Valerian root, it might be able to help people that are hyperactive, whether they're adults or children. It may be beneficial for that. And it might help you to some extent if you're dealing with different stressful situations. Of course, that's the sedative effect. So yeah, any way you think you could use a little bit of sedation, valerian may be a good way to go for you. And especially if you're getting off of drugs or anything like that, you may benefit. It might calm some of your withdrawal symptoms. Usually I just suggest people use passion flower. But yeah, other than that, I believe some people may report slight induction of seizures, which nobody wants that, but they're very mild and it wouldn't be extreme. And in that case, a lot of times I suggest potassium, magnesium, those types of things, but there could be many other reasons. I had a friend that had a tumor and they were having seizures pretty regularly, and she actually got into a car accident. And that's the only time they found out that she had a tumor in her brain. And if she didn't have that car accident, she probably wouldn't have made it, because the tumor was pretty bad and they needed to do surgery on that one. So, but anyways, now that we got that little base down, I'm going to talk about my experience with valerian. Valerian has to be one of the first supplements that I started using, and I was using it as a sleep aid. I later found out that valerian's most beneficial for individuals after using it for 30 days. Most people, they're going to have loading time where it's going to be most beneficial in their body after that time period. For me, I realized it was giving me headaches. I started having really bad headaches. So for that reason, I usually don't suggest it to people, and I don't like using it. The other thing is, if you use sedatives, guess what? You may be pushing your body into a depression. And that's not good for anybody, right? I knew one guy that liked to be depressed. Maybe that's you. But anyways, yeah, my experience, not so good. For sleep aids, you could check out my top 3 for sleep. But yeah, this has just been a really brief video. I want to talk about my experience with valerian. It wasn't any good. Didn't like it. So stay healthy, guys. Thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.